A woman flicks a switch and a great white shark slowly descends. Suddenly, a splash makes the audience on stage wet. This big guy is the wyvern, the dominating force in the water tens of millions of years ago. In front of him, sharks become small animals. And this is Jurassic Park. Just a few years ago, scientists accidentally came across a piece of amber. They extracted the dinosaur from a mosquito and cloned the extinct dinosaur. To satisfy the curiosity of the tourists, the scientists added the genes of different creatures to the dinosaurs and bred all kinds of dinosaurs. They even bred a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He combines the genes of various animals, and not only has a high IQ, but also sucks blood. Claire is the head of this program. On this day, the boss followed Claire to the park. When he saw the white Tyrannosaurus, he was afraid. To prevent accidents, he asked Claire to find Owen. Owen was the only trainer who could tame the Velociraptor. Claire found him so he could assess the safety of the park. The two had just arrived at the glass enclosure when they realized the Tyrannosaurus had mysteriously disappeared. Claire panics and rushes to turn on the thermal imaging scanner, but there's still no sign of Tyrannosaurus. Owen saw the scratches on the wall and realized that Tyrannosaurus had probably escaped from the park. They split into two groups. Claire drove to the headquarters and alerted the technicians to locate Tyrannosaurus again. Owen led the team into the park to look for clues, but what they didn't realize was that the Tyrannosaurus was actually in the park. Its genes from a mix of organisms have allowed it to evolve its intelligence, and it already knows how to hide. Sensing danger, Claire rushed to tell Owen to evacuate, but it was too late. The Tyrannosaurus suddenly appears in front of them, and one of the staff is eaten instantly. Another staff member opens the steel door and runs out, abandoning Owen. Owen runs fast, and the Tyrannosaurus keeps chasing him. The man is running as fast as he can, with a Tyrannosaurus in his wake. Just as the man runs out, the Tyrannosaurus gets caught in the steel door. Owen hides under the car, not daring to make a sound. Tyrannosaurus spots the crew hiding behind the car, so he goes over and instantly flips the Titan vehicle over. Before the staff could react, they were eaten by Tyrannosaurus. The Tyrannosaurus has fused the memories of many creatures and has a very keen sense of smell. Owen is about to be discovered. Owen has a brilliant idea to use the smell of gasoline to mask his scent. Claire returned to the control center and ordered the evacuation of all visitors, but he was prevented from doing so by his boss, who chose to keep the matter quiet for fear of damaging the park's reputation. Finally, he dispatched an armed force, heavily armed, to capture Tyrannosaurus. The crowd followed the tracker all the way to the forest, but all they found was a piece of dinosaur meat. The tracker is still blinking on it, and by now Tyrannosaurus has evolved a very high IQ and even possesses an anti-tracking sense. Tyrannosaurus used the cover of the trees to turn into a chameleon. Suddenly it appeared from the woods and grabbed the captain by the hand and finally dropped him on the ground. The team raised their weapons and started to resist, but the power of the stun gun is like scratching an itch for this huge monster. Even the gun didn't last more than 3 seconds. Soon the entire armed team died on the spot. Seeing this, the boss finally realized the terror of the Tyrannosaurus and immediately ordered the evacuation of all tourists. Then he found Dr. Gene. The boss found out from him that the Tyrannosaurus also had the genes of a tree frog and a squid in its body. That's why Tyrannosaurus can change color and evade thermal imaging. Now the boss is anxious. He got in the helicopter himself and tracked Tyrannosaurus with the ultimate gun. He shoots directly at Tyrannosaurus, strafing him all the way. Tyrannosaurus crashed through the glass enclosure where the pterosaur was kept. The terrified pterosaur flies out of the enclosure. The helicopter can't get out of the way in time, and the pterosaur crashes into the enclosure. Thousands of pterosaurs escaped and flew into the park visitors. They've started a game of chicken and eagle. Visitors caught by them are being thrown around. A woman was just thrown into the water, and the next moment, a pterosaur caught her. Wyvern, unable to watch, jumped out of the water and swallowed the pterosaur in one gulp. The military saw that the situation had gotten out of hand and immediately took over control of the entire park. They sought out Owen in order to find the missing Tyrannosaurus and made a bold decision. They're going to use the Velociraptor to hunt. Tyrannosaurus has the best sense of smell in the history of dinosaurs. The Velociraptors are about to become human hunting dogs, searching for an out-of-control Tyrannosaurus. This is Owen. After letting the Velociraptor sniff the Tyrannosaurus' flesh, the keeper flicked a switch, and all the Velociraptors instantly scurried out of the cage. With the Velociraptors leading the way, the military quickly found the Tyrannosaurus' location. But strangely, the Velociraptors didn't attack the Tyrannosaurus, but instead became a team with the Tyrannosaurus. It turns out that Tyrannosaurus has also incorporated the Velociraptor's genes. Tyrannosaurus became a friend of Velociraptor. The Velociraptor suddenly turned around and charged towards the army. The team was quickly wiped out by the sheer force of the force. Only Claire and Owen managed to escape. They hid in a lab with their two children and discovered that the military was collecting the results of their research. They were trying to use the dinosaurs for military purposes. Suddenly, a velociraptor came out and killed the man in the military room instantly. Owen and his team took the opportunity to escape from the lab, but were unfortunately surrounded by 3 velociraptors. At the critical moment, Owen used his mastery of animal taming again. After confirming his eyes with the velociraptor was quiet. Owen took the opportunity to remove the skin of the velociraptor. Just when everyone thought it was safe, Tyrannosaurus reappeared, and it stepped closer to them and swatted Velociraptor away. Owen then gave the order. The other 2 velociraptors attacked the Tyrannosaurus. But in the face of absolute strength, the velociraptors are flung away like chickens. In the nick of time, Claire makes a decision. He asked his staff to open a steel door, and a purebred Tyrannosaurus Rex stepped out. It's clear that Claire is still an expert. He knows you can't have 2 bosses in the same place at the same time. The 2 Tyrannosaurus Rexes immediately go at it. The purebred Tyrannosaurus Rex is old, but is no match for the younger, stronger Tyrannosaurus. At the critical moment, Velociraptor climbed up Tyrannosaurus' back and temporarily held Tyrannosaurus at bay. Tyrannosaurus Rex seized an opportunity to attack Tyrannosaurus. The 3 dragons were in a melee, and everywhere they passed was in ruins, until Tyrannosaurus is cornered at the water's edge. Suddenly, the wyvern jumped out and bit Tyrannosaurus' neck, dragging him into the water. With the help of wyvern, this Tyrannosaurus crisis is finally over. The Velociraptor left with the new boss. Tyrannosaurus Rex arrived at the top of the mountain, and with a loud roar, proclaimed that he was once again the dominant force.